What's going on, guys? It is Brad, or Demon Asylum, here on Outside the Box, bringing you all a new Fallout 4 video. So this is going to be a unique weapon guide or legendary. I'm not sure how many of you guys see a difference between the two or exactly what the difference is. I think that weapons like these are unique, that you can get from specific people and specific quests and locations, and then legendary weapons would just be considered what you get from legendary enemies, for instance. You guys can clarify for me in the comments if you know for sure, though. Either way, I have done a few videos like this in the past where I go over unique weapons such as the Gainer or the Alien Blaster Pistol or a few others. If you guys are interested in checking those out, I will put a link in the description down below to my playlist of all of those videos. So I don't even think I told you guys yet what weapon I'm going to be doing a guide for in this video, but if it isn't already apparent by the title, it is going to be the Shishkebab. This is a sword that has jets on it that shoot out fire, so basically it is a flaming sword, which is pretty sick in my opinion. It's also definitely one of the better melee weapons in the game, so if you run a melee build or you like to mess around with melee weapons, this is definitely one you're going to want to try and get. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys here a guaranteed way to get this weapon. I do believe you can get it from legendary enemies as well as a random drop. I've never gotten one before, even after getting it from the quest here, but either way, this is something that is a guaranteed way to get it, in which I'll be showing you right now. Now, you're going to be getting this weapon from a quest called Out of the Fire. It's technically considered a reward, as you're basically granted the ability to keep the Shishkebab after you complete the quest, regardless of which of the two ways that you decide to complete it. However, you do get the actual weapon before the quest ends, and therefore if you wanted to get the weapon and then just never complete the quest for whatever reason, I wouldn't understand why, but if you wanted to, you could do that as well. Now, to get this quest, you need to talk to either Preston Garvey or Abraham Finch. Of course, Preston is the guy who's running the Minutemen, who is in the museum that you meet very early on in the game and then you get as a companion. If he doesn't end up giving you the quest, assuming you guys don't have it already, you can go to the location on your map called Finch Farm, which of course you will see gameplay of in this video, and you can talk to the NPC there named Abraham Finch, and he will end up giving you the quest. So basically what you need to do for this quest is go find Abraham Finch's son, who ran away to join the Forged Raiders and the nearby Ironworks, which is a different location on your map called the Saugus Ironworks. But the main part about this is that his son also stole his sword, which of course is the Shishkebab. He doesn't really seem to care too much about whether or not you get his son to come back or if his son is alive or not. He just basically wants his sword, and if you do bring his son back, then that is basically just an optional objective that you can do as well. So from the point of getting the quest, you're of course going to want to head over to the Saugus Ironworks, which again, this location will be shown in the gameplay for you guys. You're going to want to work your way through this whole area. There are going to be raiders outside of the building that are going to be protecting it. There's also going to be a bunch of raiders inside. These guys are decently tough, at least more tough than your normal raiders are going to be, as well as they'll be better armed and such, so you're going to want to go in there a bit precautious and everything. Just take your time with it if need be, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, what level you are, and what kind of stuff you have. This may be a piece of cake, or this may be a bit of a struggle. Now, once you make your way through this building and take out all the raiders, you're going to end up at a big door that is going to take you into a blast furnace room. Now, when you go into the blast furnace room, you'll be immediately put into a conversation. This is going to be with Slag and Jake. Jake is the son of Abraham, of course, the guy that you got the quest from, Jake being the son who stole the sword from him. Slag is a guy who is in power armor. He's basically the leader of all these raiders and the guy who's running the show, and he is going to be right about to execute a hostage they have. And it doesn't matter what direction you take this conversation that you have with them. You can make it so Jake fights alongside you. You can make it so Jake ends up fighting against you and you kill him. Regardless, though, you're going to end up having to kill Slag and the other couple guys that are raiders that he has there with him. Whether or not you keep Jake alive or you are able to get Jake to take your side by convincing him his father wants him back makes no difference. Either way, you're going to kill everybody that you need to, and then you're going to find the Shishkebab on the body of Slag. Now, once you get the Shishkebab from the body of Slag, like I said previously, if you want to just leave and never hand in this quest, you can feel free to do so, and of course, in doing that, you will not lose the Shishkebab. However, there really isn't much point in doing this, as it doesn't matter whether or not you save Abraham's son Jake. When you go back to Abraham and you give him the Shishkebab sword, he will end up giving you back the Shishkebab sword, for one of two different reasons, depending on if you save his son or not. But either way, regardless of the outcome of the quest, when you hand it in to him, he will end up just giving it back to you anyway. So there you go, everyone. That is a guide on how to get the unique melee weapon called the Shishkebab. Again, it is a really cool looking weapon, as well as one of the better melee weapons in the game. If you have any questions regarding anything I've shown in this video for getting this weapon, go ahead and post about it in the comment section. I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can and help in any way that I can. Aside from that, I hope you all have enjoyed the video or found it helpful. helpful? If so, feel free to drop a like on it down below, and subscribe for many more Fallout 4 videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone, and peace out.